Okay, so we all know that Prabhas, the rebel star, is great in action movies. But does that mean that this movie is worth watching? Let's find out. So Salaar Part 1 Ceasefire was directed by Prashanth Neel and it was produced by Vijay Kiraganda. It stars Prabhas, the rebel star, who plays the role of Deva or Salaar. It also stars Jagapathi Babu, who plays the role of Raja Mannaar, Shruti Haasan as Adia, and Prithviraj as Vardharaja Mannaar. There are many other casts in this movie too, but just because I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the names correctly, please pardon me. You can check out the description below for more info. And as usual, there are time codes in this video, so do make sure to check them out. This is a Telugu movie that has a runtime of 2 hours and 55 minutes. The movie is also available in English, Tamil, Kannada, and Malayalam, all available on Netflix. And in this video, I'll be covering the good and bad aspects of this movie so that you know if you should watch it or leave it. And I'll also be announcing the release date of Salaar 2, but that will be later on in this video, so do make sure to stick to this video. So let's get to the storyline first. We have two childhood friends, Deva and Vardharaja Mannaar. Their life revolves around a fiercely disputed kingdom. They find themselves caught up in carnage, bloodbaths, betrayal, and all other dark stuff. Now the question is their friendship strong enough to handle all these hurdles? Well, you'll find that out if you watch the movie. Now, for the good aspects of this movie, I'll personally start with the soundtracks because I loved the soundtracks of this movie. It was my favorite part of watching this movie. I personally loved the theme song Sound of Salaar and Pratigadalo. Yeah, Pratigadalo. And the scene where the children started to sing in a classroom was just so beautiful. I was so engrossed with that scene. I loved the scene very much. And the lyrics had a way of blending with that particular situation. And a special shout out to Ravi Basrur for the special film score he gave us here. While acting was flawless from all the cast except for this one police officer that overdid his role. And I love the way the women of this movie acted. They had this sort of domineering personality. We all know that once Prabhas starts with his action sequence, he does it with his own swag and charisma. And that's exactly what made the action scenes exciting for me. But there was a downside to the action scenes, and I'll mention that later on in the bad aspects of this movie. And I noticed that in this movie, Prabhas rarely talked. He talked little in this movie, and I don't think that's bad because him not talking too much really matched the personality of the role he was playing. That is the personality of Salaar. Another cast that managed to carry the show was Jagapathi Babu. He played the role of Raja Mannaar, a powerful king, and it was as if that role was custom made for him. So he did well in his own character too. The VFX of this movie was praiseworthy. It was one of the important pieces that created a realistic cinematic experience for me. And the way each action scene was filmed was really nice from different camera angles. So a special thanks to Bhuvan Gowda for the cinematography. And the idea of filming this movie with a lot of low-key lighting was really good. It had a way of conveying intimidation and fear that was meant to be felt at that moment. It created the right amount of tone and mood for this film. Now for where the movie falters, like I said earlier on, the action scenes had a downside to it. I get that in every action movie, slow motion must be added to it to create a vibe, but it was just too much. It was overused in this movie, and the hype was a little bit much. Anytime Prabhas was on screen, there was always slow motion added to it. It was just too much. And another thing is that some scenes were cliche. It was a little bit far-fetched, especially during the action scenes. Another thing is that as the storyline builds up, we are given something such as a flashback. And at that point in time, I started getting confused. And I think it's because they were trying to introduce too many characters. I was a little bit confused. The characters in this movie were just too much. Another cast that managed to bring in a little emotion into this movie was Shruti Haasan. And was it just me, or I was expecting something such as a romance between her and Prabhas? But I didn't get enough of her character in this movie. I just hope I'll be seeing more of them, you know what I mean, more of them in Salaar 2. The second half of this movie, which is titled Shouryaanga Parvam, it was shown in the end credits of Salaar 1. And the creator of this film, Vijay Kiraganda, said that the second half is already in works, the script is ready, and Salaar 2 is set to be shown on screen in the year 2025. So with all this being said, I think I'll be giving Salaar 1 a 3 out of 5 thumbs up. Thank you all for watching, but before you go, please do make sure to like my videos, hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bells. I'll see you next time on my review.